All right, we are back then with Let's Get a Win, letsgetawin.com. It is the official college football preview show for 1026. I'm joined by my special guest, as always, Hoda Bay Wins. Hoda, what's going down?
Not much, Dan. Watching football, getting ready for the weekend, and let's keep this train rolling.
Man, the train is rolling. We combine an outstanding 8-0, starting with my plays. Let's get a win official plays. I went 3-0, including Indiana -6.5, Miami of Ohio -3.5, and Kansas -5. All pretty much blowout winners, no sweat whatsoever. And then Hoda Bay follows it up with a huge 5-0 card. We asked him for a rebound from last week. He delivers. He's 13-9 year to date, up 3.3 units. What stuck out to you, Hoda, on that huge 5-0 performance?
There was a couple back doors of who was it? New Mexico uh was a surprise cover at the end of the game, but overall just and what was the night game? Utah. TCU surprised me how well they played at Utah at night. I know Utah didn't have Cam Rising, but still to get up and go up there, travel, and really dominate the game from start to end was a little surprising for me.
I was a little weary about that one when you threw it on there, but you had some good points, and man, they dominated. And I think I texted you. You were 2-1. I said you're trending towards 2-1, and the next time I looked at my phone, you hit me with 3-0, and I was shocked about that New Mexico comeback. But nonetheless, Hoda 5-0 year to date. I think this is his fourth week, maybe fifth with us. 13-9, up 3.3 units. But enough of last week. Let's keep building and winning. We got 5 plays. Hoda's got 3. I got 2. Hoda's going to lead us off here. Oh, let's go over my plays today. You know what? First, I got Old Dominion money line +105. They're up huge. What was it, Hoda? 31-7 at one point. I think that was the halftime score. So that's looking good.
Uh,
Also giving out NBA. I've been on these under player points. That's my new trend this year. I'm 3-1 so far. I'm going to give you Lou Dort under 10.5 points. Got plus money on it, +105 as the Thunder match up today against the Denver Nuggets. So go get that bet in. I know Old Dominion's already started, but let's go into that college football preview. First on the board, Hoda's got to play Oklahoma State at Baylor. Kicks off at 3:30. Who you like here, Hoda?
I like Oklahoma State on the road. These teams are identical records, 3-4. Baylor coming off a big win, scored almost 60 points at Texas Tech on the road. So they're coming back home where they haven't played as well against conference opponents. So with that, I love Mike Gundy coach teams. And if I'm getting 6.5, 7, I'll take those points all day long. Oklahoma State has won 2 of the last 3 matchups and covered in 2 of those last 3, outscoring Baylor 76-60 in that 3-game matchup stretch. So give me the points, Mike Gundy, Ollie Gordon. I think they go into Baylor and at least cover the spread.
Oklahoma State +7. Hoda Bay's first play of the weekend. I've been on the headliner of the Ollie Gordon hate train. He's been terrible, but he had a great week last week. Let's see if he can keep going. He needs to get that draft stock back up. Hoda Bay on Oklahoma State +7. Next official play. Let's get a win official play. It is Virginia Tech hosting Georgia Tech. Noon kick. Give me Virginia Tech -10. A couple reasons why. I think they do have the best pro running back on their team. Second best college running back, in my opinion. Tootin. This guy's a stud. He's hard to bring down. Georgia Tech, no Haynes King for the second week in a row. The backup's not bad, a little bit more run oriented. Virginia Tech is good. I know they started out bad. They returned, I think, 20 starters, maybe even 21. Got an explosive defensive end, well coached, veteran quarterback, veteran running back. Seems like they got a get right game. Should have beat Miami, won their last two. This is a hot team, and Georgia Tech is not. So I will lay these 10 points. Virginia Tech minus 10. First official, let's get a win play. Next one on the board, we go back to Hoda Bay. He's got to play in Northern Illinois at Ball State. The kick is 3:30. Who you like there?
Going back to Mac, I love give me some action every week, it seems like. But I'm going to go Northern Illinois on the road at Ball State. Ball State played Vanderbilt super tough last week. It was 14-14 in the fourth quarter. Vandy separated with a field goal and then a late touchdown, or vice versa. But they won by 10. But we covered Ball State with that. That was one of the plays with that big number. But this game, these two teams, when they play each other, they usually play close games, regardless of the records. This line opened at 9, quickly jumped to 11, 11 and a half, and that's where it is right now. Depending on the book, 11, 11 and a half, Northern Illinois minus. Vegas must know something I don't. So for those reasons, I'm give me Northern Illinois on the road minus 11, 11 and a half again, depending on the book. That's a big number for me. Northern Illinois is 4-3. Ball State's 2-5. Ball State coming off again a tough fought match against an SEC team on the road. Didn't get the win, close, maybe a little bit of a letdown coming back home to play Northern. So give me the Huskies.
Huskies, Northern Illinois minus 11 and a half. Hoda Bay's second official play. I like that with you there, Hoda. But Let's Get a Win's only got two plays this week. It's going to be the final play of the weekend, or the college football Saturday, excuse me. It's BYU at UCF. It's a 3:30 kick. Give me the home UCF Knights minus 2. Weird line. UCF, depending on where you looked, opened as a 1 point, or BYU opened as a 1 point favorite. Bet through 0, now at 2. UCF's going full time to Ja'Curry Brown, old Hurricane player, one of my favorites, dual threat quarterback. Looked good against Iowa State, man. No one's moved the ball against Iowa State. They put up 35. Should have put up more. Got dropped the ball going into the end zone on a pick 6. Gus Malzahn looks like he's turning the corner. I know they've had a disappointing year, but it seems like Vegas really likes this team. BYU ranked, highly ranked, undefeated, and now UCF, sleepy UCF's a favorite. Let me roll with UCF at minus 2 there. So that's my last official play. Let's Get a Win official play. 3-0 last week. Let's build on it to 5-0. We're going to close it out here with Hoda Bay's last official Saturday college football play. It's Penn State at Wisconsin. Who you like here, Hoda?
I like the Badgers in this game, Dan. Everything screams Penn State here, right? Penn State has owned the last few matchups, especially in Madison. They go there and they dominate. This line, it opened at 6.5, and Penn State, Penn State minus 6.5, and it's hovered right there. Some books have it at 7, but 6.5 most places. Penn State's 0-3 against the spread their last 3. They're coming off a bye, and before that, they went out west and got a big win, comeback against USC, and their season is next week at Ohio State. It always seems to come down to Ohio State, Michigan for Penn State. They don't have Michigan this year. They get Ohio State next week at home. I feel like this is a classic look ahead matchup. Wisconsin has won 3 in a row, all by 20 plus points. So they're playing their best football right now. At night kickoff at Camp Randall, that place is going to be crazy. So for those reasons, give me the Badgers and the points. Like I said, to at least cover, maybe not get a win, but give me the points.
Wisconsin plus 6.5. I got you at. Good reasoning. I like that. That closes out the college football official plays. I know we were briefly talking on some plays. I think we're both on Ohio State. We don't mind laying those points against a beat up Nebraska team. The morale's low. I know we talked about that earlier. Anything else you got in the college football? I know you threw out maybe Cal to me. Anything else jumps off the board and interested in watching?
Yeah, just games I like. Some other ones unofficial for me. Cal hosting Oregon State. That line jumped from 7 to 10 quickly. Cal's played good this year. Good quarterback play. Oregon State's heavy on the run, but Cal's good against the run. So, I like Cal at home in that matchup. Miami at home versus FSU. FSU's just been a disaster this year. I think Miami keeps their foot on the gas in this one, and you know, 4 touchdowns. I might lay 4 touchdowns in this one. So give me Miami unofficially. Minnesota at home against Maryland.
I
Minnesota's
like this. I
sick.
like Minnesota. I don't know where you're
Yes,
going, but
I
Minnesota
like
is a
Minnesota. Yeah, Maryland off a big win against USC last week at home. Comeback win, and now they got to go to Minnesota. Minnesota, tough team, well coached. Give me Minnesota in that one again. So
I'm
yeah, I
on
mean,
there
there's
with you. That was
there's
I contemplated that adding. That was my third one. I do
mhm.
like Minnesota at 4.5 officially now, but Maryland, like you said, big win last week. Got to go to Minnesota. Good luck to them.
And then one game as far as I'm dying to watch, can't wait, is noon kickoff, Notre Dame, Navy. Think it's in East Rutherford at the Meadowlands, Giant Stadium, if you will. But I'm just curious to see what Navy does against, to me, their best opponent until they play Army, and see how Notre Dame handles the option and uh, added dimension to the option that Navy has. I'm very curious to watch that game on Saturday noon
Go,
kick.
go Irish, go Canes. Real quick, record year to date 169 and 89, 65% win clip. Like I said, 90% tennis. This month we're 27 and 21, up 6 units in all sports, 56% win clip. Of course, the 3-0 helped last week with college football. Tennis, I've been a little up and down. Today I had Alec DeMinor against Flavio Caboli, but Caboli had to withdraw. Had DeMinor minus 3.5. Seemed like he was going to cover that, but of course it got voided with not finishing the match. Before I let you go, Hodo, you like anything in the NFL? I'm going to do this NFL video. I got a couple plays, so stay tuned. Like, subscribe. But Hodo, give me an NFL play you like.
I like the Jets on the road at New England. Jets are minus 6.5, 7, but I think it's mostly 6.5 across the board. I think this is a must win, have to win game for the Jets. This is the second week with Adams in the lineup now. Uh, Supposedly gave a big speech to the team after the Pittsburgh game. Again, they just have to win this game. So I think they get Reddick back. He finally signed a contract,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure if he's playing 100%, but might be available. But regardless, Rogers, Adams, Wilson, and the defense is good enough. New England, Drake May, second start, coming back from London. I like the Jets by more than one score in this one. I like them by 2 scores at least.
Hodo on the Jets. So get that in, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. Finishing up that 8-0 weekend. Let's repeat it. You got the plays. Like, subscribe, man. Follow. We're giving a lot of free plays, good content. Hoda, thanks for joining. I'll get you next week. And as always, let's win you money betting sports.